Hey everybody, this is Young Living Diamond Sarah Harnish, and I'm a couple minutes early tonight. Sorry about that, just the timing of us getting back into the hotel. And I'm in the middle of a homeschool field trip with my sons, and we've been studying World War II, and we've been studying the Civil Rights Movement, and we've been studying slavery. And one of the things that I love so much about Young Living is that it gives me the freedom to be able to be home with my boys and see them out the door from high school, and to be able to study something and then get in the car and go and see it. So just been a really fun couple of days for us, but back to reality now. We're all done. It's the end of our school year. Time to move on to the next thing. What we're going to do tonight is the Scriptbook Workbook. So this is a companion book that goes with the Scriptbook. And what we do is we're just kind of fleshing out that Raindrop class that we've been working on all week and giving you some practical action steps on how to really apply it and use the oils. You guys, have you purchased oils and then you just have them sitting on a shelf and you're not actually breaking them out and using them? Or your people that order oils get them and they don't know what to do with them, so they just leave them on a shelf. Maybe they're using the Thieves stuff, they're using the personal care stuff and the shampoo, but when it comes to the actual bottles of oil, they're really not sure what to do. So that's the purpose of this workbook, is to put action steps to those to the classes so that they're actually using the oils with intent and purpose every single week, running out of the oils and then reordering the oils. And Brittany says, it looks like you guys are having a blast. Yeah, I've had a really, really good time. We got Calgary on and Brooklyn, New York City on. That's awesome. It's my home state. All right, so we are going to jump right into Raindrop. I'm going to go a little quickly tonight for a couple of reasons. The main one is that I really beat you guys up this week. We had a 2-hour class. It was 30 minutes of prep and instruction and stuff, but the class itself was 90 minutes. And then yesterday with the FAQ, we went quite a bit longer than I wanted to. So to say thank you to you guys, I'm going to keep it really tight tonight. We'll go really fast through the workbook. I'm just going to do the highlights of the workbook with you. And then next week, I'm just going to pop on for a roundtable on Tuesday for a few minutes and take business questions because it's convention week and I really want you guys to focus on the convention. But when we come back the week after convention, we break out the feelings class, and that one is really just a really, really good class. So let me turn my camera around. The Raindrop class in the workbook starts with a coloring page, and you can line this up with the images on my website to see what color these plants should be and get some colored pencils, and it's very therapeutic to sit down and just kind of go through it, right? And Romero says, I've been doing the homework. It takes time to learn, but it's so much fun. I'm excited. Have the mini scripts been shipped out? They should have been shipped out. Yeah. If you had a contest winning, those are going to be going out in the next week or two. But if you placed an order, those books should already be filled. So if you are having any problems with your order, email me at oilabilitywithsarah, SAREH, @gmail.com. And we have an amazing team. If you're having a hard time, sometimes my website has glitches. It's not designed for the amount of people that we have on it. You guys, you've crashed my site a lot. Even with Game Plan, crashed the site a lot. And I'm not a web developer, so we did the best we could to get a good site up for you. But sometimes it has glitches. So if you have a hard time getting the shipping to work out, or it's not recognizing your country, or it's not letting you put things in your cart, just send me an email. We'll do it by hand on Square, and we'll get it mailed out for you same day. Okay? If you have any problems ever, or if anything in your box doesn't come correctly, or if you have doubles, just keep it. It's okay. I'm not going to be upset about that if we send you too much by accident. But if you have anything wrong with your order, I don't want anybody to ever be upset with what came in their box. I want you guys to be so excited about this stuff and that it's just a blessing to you and helps grow your teams. John and my heart is that we're generating a tool that really helps you guys rank up. And I know when I do product education, it helps me rank. So that's my prayer, is that it's just a blessing to you. I don't want you to be frustrated. All right, Pat says, I got my feelings kit in the mail. I'm ready. Janet says, I'm having my grands color these. That's awesome. She got her minis before she went to Florida. All right, so the Raindrop class. This class is pretty powerful. How about studying, science of oils, order of oils, aroma chemistry, and half a dozen techniques all at once? You're having to learn a lot of things in one place. So I decided to make it easy for you, and that's where the Raindrop cheat sheet came in. And I told you we're going to be a day or two on the media launch behind because I really want to make sure that I can wrap up the vacation with my family, and then we'll come back and we'll get it all up for you. But I'll put a post up. We have everything up. And one of the things we're going to put up is that cheat sheet. So you guys can print as many as you want for your teams. It is not copyrighted. It's okay. Go ahead and print them in color. Hand them out at your retreats and your rallies and all the things. And you can laminate them and you can give them as leader gifts, rank up gifts, whatever you'd like. All right. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Let me flip my camera around here. I have just the one that's in the workbook to show you tonight, but this is what the cheat sheet looks like, and it's free for you guys. It's something that we designed. We had the Care School vet it to make sure that it was accurate, that the information on there was accurate, it's just a gift for you guys being on this page. I appreciate you. I'm thankful for how loyal you guys are and that you continue ordering my books, and so anytime that I can throw a bone at you and just say thank you and you're appreciated, we try to do that. So, all right. So I know that it seems really overwhelming to learn all of the Raindrop stuff, but I told you my 12-year-old daughter learned it and did better at it than I did when I was learning my Raindrops. So here's a picture of we have 5 kids, and my son in the middle is the second born, and my daughter is the third born of my 5 kids. And these two are actually both getting married this year, and they're getting married 3 weeks apart from each other. So mama is a little tired, right? So Gracie is my daughter, and she was dragged to the Care School with me to get trained. But my instructor said her VitaFlex was better than mine in front of the entire class. It was true, though. I mean, when Gracie VitaFlexed my colon on the backs of my calves, I pooped. She is the master of all the techniques, so she's pretty amazing. The goal is to give you the confidence of Grace. I mean, look at that little face, right? Grace E. Bug is what we call her, and this is Grace, her older brother Isaiah, who's her Irish twin. And this was just after teaching a class. We actually got back at 4 o'clock in the morning after teaching that class. She's about 4 years older than in this picture and still just as confident as she was before. So Brenda says, I keep waiting on my minis and somehow I did not ever order them. So now I know why they never came. Oh, good. Brenda, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you were waiting on those. My word. We don't ever want you guys to wait. You should be getting your stuff pretty quickly. So how do you have grace, confidence when you're doing a Raindrop? What does that look like? Number one, don't stress on doing the technique perfectly. You know, it's not, I mean, I'm sure even people that are doing Raindrop that have been doing it forever aren't doing it perfectly. There was a wonderful story that Anthony Stewart told us, and he approached Gary Young, David Stewart, his dad, approached Gary Young and asked him, how come when you did Raindrop that time, you didn't include marjoram in the Raindrop? I mean, is there a special significance of like, you feel the spirit of that person and they didn't need marjoram oil or what? And Gary just looked at him and shrugged, and he's like, I forgot. You know, so even the guy that designed it sometimes forgot, you know, which oil he was on or what order he was on. And it's not a dig at Gary Young. It's just, you know, it's a complicated technique. So it's okay. All right. It's totally okay. Debbie, if you have any of your stuff that did not come, email me. Okay. Email me at oilabilitywithsarah@gmail.com. I don't even know what we're at, but the last count, it was close to 30,000 books have shipped. Y'all are cray. So good. If you have emailed me, we should be getting those out because our team, so when you email me, that is our backup team that is watching the main team. So we have 2 teams of people watching your orders. And it's really, they're really good at it. Like really good. So Ramona says, my daughters got married 3 weeks apart too in 2009. Good. You're going to have to coach me through this fall because it's going to be interesting. So don't stress on doing the technique perfectly because even Gary switched it up from time to time. Don't stress on remembering the order of things. Just check the cheat sheet. Place the cheat sheet on the recipient's tush and glance at it the whole time and you'll know where you need to be. Look confident. You know, sometimes just like going in there ready to go and, you know, having that mindset that you're going to do a great job is enough to do a great job. So just look confident. Practice VitaFlex a lot. This is the one technique. Like feathering, shoot, I could teach my 3-year-old granddaughter how to feather. That's super easy. But VitaFlexing, you know, it's a little bit of a kick in the face. So just practice it. Practice it on your arm. Practice it on your legs. Practice it on, you know, feet of the people around you. It's okay. Believe that the oils will do what they need to do, whether you were there or not. They would do what they needed to do. Believe that God has the power to heal with or without you, but you are still cool. You're still a cool person, but he has the power to do it without you. And did I mention don't stress about doing the technique perfectly? So those are my tips to have the confidence of Grace Harnish. So the cheat sheet is going to give you a huge leg up, though. I like it so much that I asked to have it printed outside the book, and we're going to have that up on my website by the end of this weekend. So it's pretty awesome. We just alleviated 90% of your Raindrop stress. So now you can get out there and go slay the day with your Raindrop. And the rest of it is going to be from you wanting to do it perfectly and just let that go. There will be a time in your life where you have a perfect Raindrop. And maybe it's not this week, and that's okay. All right, it's okay. So I'm not going to go through the key points of the class because we really went through the class word by word earlier, and the mini really went through a lot of these key points. But one of the things that I love so much is another word for raindrop is a modern anointing. A modern anointing. So it's great. What are the names of the techniques in raindrop? If you were to put the feet together, they literally look like the whole human body. Describe the 3-minute raindrop. We went over that last night where you just flip them over on their back and you feather the 9 oils into their spine. And I like to do a valor balancing before I start that. So action steps to become an oiling pro. Now, before you jump into this section, this is the second thing. So we have 10 steps that we do to just kind of tear the script apart. Go take a raindrop bath and then jump into this section, just as I described, they're putting all the raindrop oils in a bath, right? To get good at VitaFlex, you got to practice. So practice it for at least 5 minutes a day for 10 days. And then I want you to check off the boxes. I got all the boxes in the workbook. Now I want you to practice it on members of your family. Practice a 3-minute raindrop on members of your family. And then 5 times practice a full raindrop on your family or friends. And I'm telling you guys, when you come off, if you really truly do all of that and you check all of those boxes, by the end of it, you're going to be feeling pretty good, like pretty darn good. So we've already talked about Care School, so I'm going to skip over that. But I will tell you, go big or go home. The Raindrop collection in Young Living on its site is wonderful, but it's introductory level oiling. So you've had this class and now your instructor is telling you that it's time to up your game. So for me, that's 15 ml bottles of each of the 9 oils, especially Valor and Cypress. Those two, I would get 2 15 mils. And I know for Valor, you can only get 5s right now, so you need to stock up, right, and get more than that, because you just move through them so quickly in a single raindrop. So having less than 10 of these 15 ml bottles of these 9 oils in my home puts me in full panic mode. Like if I look and I've got less than 10 Valor bottles on my shelf, I'm like, we're going to run out, right? It's like I've run out of butter and eggs. What am I going to do? So time to stock the larder. It's okay. The Raindrop's out of stock. I want you stocking the big bottles of oil. So forget about the kit and go order the regular bottles and the biggest ones that you're able to order. All right. Because you go through it quickly. You go through it fast. So the next thing I'm going to tell you is teach for your action steps. You're going to understand Raindrop on a much better level if you're sharing the knowledge of this class with your friends and your family and your team. So in the next 30 days, normally I'd say 7, but we do have convention this week, so I'll give you a get out of jail pass free. But in the next 7 days or next 30 days, I want you to turn around, take the PowerPoint, take the script, and go teach it to your team. Just go do it. And if you really want to do a demo, then I told you at the very last slide in the PowerPoint, we're going to include Young Living 60-minute demo, so you can just hit play right out of your PowerPoint for it. But just do it. Just do it. So the more you read it, the more you're going to pick up on, even though you're not perfect at the technique yet. So if you love the topic, share it, because that's how you get oils to every home in the world. Jordan says, I just ordered the one I was missing. Which massage oil should we use since Ortho Ease is out of stock? You can use just V6, or you could use Ortho Sport if Ortho Ease is out of stock. So if you want to get closer to the Raindrop oils, but you're not up for a raindrop, just open them all and put them next to your bed before you go to sleep. That's something you could even do tonight. Open them all, put them right next to your bed, and then go to sleep. And just breathe all of the oils in. And then in the morning, put the caps back on. So when your family starts to feel off, instead of reaching for what you traditionally do, go and do a mini raindrop instead. Flip them over, feather the 9 oils into your spine, into their spine. Do it 3 times a day if you absolutely need to. Have them drink a lot of water. And if you're up for it, do a whole raindrop. But even the mini, you should see some results just from that. And then prepare yourself for a wow moment. All right. Now I'm going to give you a little heart chat here, just a quick one. And this is in the middle of the action step. So this is step 2 out of 10 in the workbook. May I speak freely? And I told you this before. Don't do raindrops as a side business, at least not right now. Go and build your Young Living business by serving those around you. And then if you decide that you want to do more with this, I know you have a passion for caring for people, and I truly believe the Lord will open that door for you because He knows the desires of your heart, right? But by doing it in that order, by building your business and then pursuing some type of a raindrop training or raindrop instructorship or any of that, by doing it in that order, you're taking care of your family first and then desire chasing. And what I found is that God really blesses that when you step back and have the discipline and self-control to build your rank so that you have that residual income coming in. Then you can turn around and do all the things that He's laid on your heart. All right. So don't miss the message of freedom is my message tonight. All right. Okay. Number 3, diffuser recipes. Would you like Raindrop in a diffuser? Well, here it is. All right. Here it is. So we've got Raindrop for your nose. We've got 6 drops of Valor, and these have been expertly blended. I played with this recipe probably 30 different times to get it right. So it does smell like you just gave somebody a raindrop. 6 drops of Valor, 5 drops of cypress, 4 drops of wintergreen and basil, 3 drops of peppermint and aroma seeds, 2 drops marjoram, 1 drop of oregano, and 1 drop of thyme. And that is a raindrop in your diffuser. Whole lot of oil. So if you have a small room, make sure you open up the door. What about a mini raindrop for your nose? You just want a little touch of it. For that, you do 4 drops of Valor, 4 drops basil, 4 drops cypress, 2 drops wintergreen, and 1 drop of oregano. And it's going to feel like you just had that little mini raindrop for your nose. So some loyalty rewards ideas. We went through this the other 2 nights, but raindrop collection, stocking 15 ml bottles as much as you can, getting Ningxia, so you've got it on hand for the end, right? And then double stocking cypress and Valor. The checklist of products in the class are all of the oils from the raindrop technique. So that would be Valor, oregano, thyme, basil, marjoram, wintergreen, cypress, aroma seeds, peppermint, and V6 massage oil and Ortho Ease. So now here's a little bonus training, not included in the script book. These are my favorite sections of the workbook. Like, I think the workbook is worth it just for these 25 bonus trainings from the 25 classes. So these are rare trainings that I found, like old recordings of Gary Young, or really, really old reference guides that are out of print, or, you know, somebody recorded a silver retreat or something on a thumb drive. Anything that I could find that was just really precious, I collected and I put in these bonus trainings for you. So it's outside of the class content, but it's something pretty special. And this one, I think, might be one of my favorites in the entire workbook of all 25 of them. So you guys ready? Gary talks about the business. And, you know, most of what he did in the beginning of Young Living was product education. So to pull this little nugget from the beginning of Young Living and have it be about business is something pretty special. All right, so here we go. An oil that I love to include in Raindrop as an added bonus is transformation oil, especially if a person feels stuck. So for this, let's go right to Gary Young's own words because they're so powerful. Gary explained how transformation oil was created years ago. He included lemon and rosemary in the blend. Lemon is good for the blood and the liver as well as the immune system and helps you feel stronger while you're battling. Rosemary is a stabilizer and a balancer. It's an anchor, and it's great for your digestive system. Most repair work that needs to be done is in the gut, and that's always a good starting place when you're stuck, is to focus on the gut. So Gary said, you guys ready for this? This is pretty cool stuff. He said, quote, when you're going through a transformation, somebody might share a new idea with you and you might think, oh, I can't do that. Do you know what happens when you say, I can't do that, or I can't swallow that, or I don't know if I can digest that? You're literally shutting down your entire digestive system when you speak those words out loud. Your digestive enzymes and your secretions just shut down. So when you're going through a transformation, don't say, I can't learn that, I can't swallow that, I can't digest that, I can't do this business, or you're not going to transform. Here's a better thing to do. Smell the blend transformation when you feel negativity oozing out of you and you're not speaking words of life. Before you speak, smell transformation and remember what happens when you speak death over yourself. Remember your desire to get to the next place the Lord has for you. Sometimes we're the only ones holding ourselves back. I saw this picture on social media a few days ago and it really spoke out to me about transforming. It says, focus on the problem. You might miss the easy solution. Right? The cat doesn't have a top on the cat carrier. You're just sitting there staring at the door. You know, so sometimes when you make no headway in a raindrop, even after several sessions, it's because the person on your table is countering what you're doing with their speech or with their mind. So train them in this technique of pause, smell transformation, and then speak. Pause, smell transformation, and then speak. Gary says to instead, listen, say, I'll take one more sniff of transformation and then say, I think I can handle that idea. For brand partners, he used to say this, if you can speak, you can talk to people. All you have to do is get excited. When you're excited about something, you can't wait to share it with somebody. But when you're depressed, you don't have that excitement. So you need to move out of that space. Isn't that just awesome? You need to get excited. Having a hard time building your business? Just get excited. Get excited over your business. All right. So do you want to carry Raindrop with you all day long? Number 7 is a DIY for the class, and this is going to be make your own diffuser jewelry. Now, I am definitely not a jeweler, but I found these 2 things that I thought would be kind of cute. So one of them is a silver-plated metal bead cage pendant. So if you just go to Amazon and you look up bead cage pendant, you can put lava rocks and stuff inside of those and hang them around your neck or bracelets or whatever, and you will smell like a diffuser, right? Pop a lava rock bead. So again, you want to look up bead cage pendant on Amazon. Another option here is, is to just get lava rocks, and, make it out of that. So necklace 2 is made out of clay. These are terracotta, and this is like literally the 3-minute necklace. For a blue personality like me, this is a sweet deal because we feel like we've accomplished something, but we really got together just to hang out with everybody. So we can talk to them for 45 minutes and then take 5 minutes to make the necklace, and we feel like we've done something, right? So the second one's a little hairier, and this one's a terracotta clay necklace. And so what you're going to do is you order some clay. You're going to get it on Amazon. Just type in terracotta clay. And on a surface with wax paper, roll out your clay until it's 1/4 of an inch thick. If you notice air bubbles, you want to pop them. And then using a cookie cutter, create the shape that you want. Use a straw to make a smaller hole for the string or a silver chain. And you can use a stamp if you want to put a design in it. Peel the clay away from the pendant and then allow it to dry for 1 to 2 days. And then really lightly sand it once it's dry to get rid of any rough edges. And put a string through your pendant, drop your raindrop oils, 1 drop of each, and wear it. So that's what a pendant necklace looks like made out of terracotta clay. Isn't that super cute? All right. So, yeah, I know wintergreen is out of stock right now. It won't be forever, so just order all the other oils except wintergreen. You could try, spearmint and peppermint don't quite have the same properties as wintergreen does, but you could sub those in temporarily for a while until wintergreen comes back in. All right, so affirmations for the class. When we're doing a raindrop, it's usually about letting go of something. It might be trauma, it might be grief, it might be something health related that's lingering, or it might be something that's emotional. So these affirmations that I put together for the raindrop class are for letting go. I am worry free. I release all fears of not being perfect. I let go of all expectations. I let go of the need to control others. Possessions do not feed my spirit. I give things away freely. I say goodbye to things blocking my spiritual growth. I let go of past relationships with love. I love my life without restraints. I choose freedom and release. The past is gone. The future is the Lord's. Today is now, and I face it head on. I release my chaotic mind. My mind is clear of distractions, and I'm focused. I am free of burden. I release anything that's caused negative attachment. I welcome new opportunities to grow mentally, emotionally, spiritually, relationally, financially, and physically. I release, here's Gary's sentence, I release what no longer serves me in a positive and progressive way. When I release, I make space for peace, right? I make space for peace. So then there's a section for journaling. And this is just for you guys to really think out what has hit you with your oils for this week. And, you can use these journaling pages all summer. Make it something that you do with your team, where once a week you sit down with your team and you have them pull out a piece of paper and you run through these journaling questions. And they keep a journaling notebook on their oils journey for the summer. Right? So we asked the same questions except for class 25. I've got you writing a letter to Gary Young for that one. But for the rest of these, which oils did I use this day, week, or month? What results did I see? Is there an oil story that I want to remember? Did I help somebody this week? What did I do? Did I see a new idea with oils on social media or elsewhere that I'd like to try? What hit me from the class, and what do I want to learn more about? And what are my current oils goals? All right, the last section is just a brand partner section where I've got you guys tracking your classes that you're teaching and who you're inviting. But every single workbook worksheet, I give you guys another letter. And we're going to be unlocking a Candida class that I'm working on right now for the second script book. I've actually got that class written and I'm doing beta testing on right now because I only want to release classes that I know work. So your letter for this week is V. So you can go to the Oily Hangman section in the workbook, which is the very back page of the workbook. And for class 108, so the 8th square, you're going to fill in the letter V. All right. Okay, guys, that wraps up tonight. I want to give away a couple of workbooks tonight. So I'm going to pick 3 people and just give away some workbooks. If you haven't won anything on my page yet, go ahead and tell me you haven't. And I will see you next Tuesday for a quick just business, business roundtable, and we'll enjoy convention. And then I'll come back after that with the feeling stuff. But watch this page this weekend for the media launch for the Raindrop stuff so that you can start getting some Raindrop classes on your calendar. So, Berlene Perez, you've won a workbook. Janine Bowen Sweet, you have won a workbook. And Dan Pinciaro, you have won a workbook. So you 3 are my winners tonight. Go ahead and email me at oilabilitywithsarah, SARAH, @gmail.com and tell my team that you won a workbook, all right? I love you guys, and I'll see you on Tuesday. And go sniff some transformation oil because it's awesome. And get excited about your business again. This week is the week of excitement about our businesses because it's convention, right? It's going to be convention. So have some excitement oil or some transformation oil in your hand and breathe it in and pray over what the Lord has for your business this year because it's good, right? The Lord knows that the plans that he has for you, they're plans to prosper you and plans for hope and a future, right? They're good things in front of you. I love you guys, and I'll see you Tuesday.